On day 1, I spawned in as Baby Death in the Nether. Whoa, I have a cool scythe. Haha, this is so fun to swing around. Oh, oops, sorry, Steve. After killing Steve, I noticed I had 1 soul. Whoa, with this scythe, I can instantly take the souls of people. Wait, what's this? I noticed a Nether portal already built nearby, so I decided to go through. When I got through the portal, there was a village, so I decided to start collecting souls. Take that, stupid villagers! I killed so many villagers with my scythe. Nice! I got 39 souls from here. I wonder what they're used for. Suddenly, a spooky creature appeared before me.
Glad you asked. You have been chosen to collect 1,000 souls in 100 days, or you'll be sent to the void for all of eternity.
What?
I have high hopes for you. As I remember, you were pretty crazy when you were alive.
Just like that, the Banshee was gone. Wait, I used to be human? For day 2, it was time to collect more souls. Perfect, it's soul snatching time. I moved quickly through the village, starting with the farmers nearby and chasing others into their homes. I ran around that entire village until I had every soul. I walked inside a house nearby to make sure I hadn't missed anyone. When I saw it was empty, I turned to leave and look for my next hunting ground when I noticed some toys in the house. Just then, I had a vision of when I was a human kid. My parents were praising me.
We're so proud of you, sweetie. You're such a creative boy.
We know you'll be such a good person one day. Mom? Dad? Wait, is that me? The vision cut to one of my parents screaming and then ended abruptly. I had no idea why they were screaming. Huh? Wait. Was that a memory of when I was alive? I looked back at the toys with some regret now. Maybe being evil isn't the answer. I left the house and decided to go meditate. I was hoping it would be more visions to appear, but instead, at night, the Banshee appeared. She stormed up to me while throwing a fit.
What do you think you're doing? You're wasting precious time. Even the Grim Reaper doesn't have eternity.
You mentioned that I used to be human. I'm just trying to remember who I was.
Forget it! Your past doesn't matter anymore. The only thing that matters is what you are now. So get going and bring me those souls.
But Before I could argue, she disappeared once again. I was frustrated, but I knew I couldn't do anything about it just yet. Day 2, and I already hate this job. Obeying the Banshee, I wandered around and looked for more souls to take. Eventually, I came across a small home out in the boonies. Finally! I approached it and looked through a window. Inside, I could see a mom, dad, and a daughter, all cozy and happily sitting by a fireplace. Those are some perfect souls to take. I walked up to the door and was ready to enter, but I started to second guess myself. No, I can't do this. Not tonight. I turned around and left. The family was none the wiser to how close they came to dying that night. On day 3, I tried to be a good person, so I went to go pet a cute little pig. Hey, little piggy, let me love you. Oh no! I'm a freak. Everything I touch dies. As I moped around, I saw the Banshee again, talking to what looked to be a scarecrow, so I hid and eavesdropped.
You are a failure. Behind on souls again? Remember what happens when you're behind on souls?
Please, my dude, I promise I'll have more next week. Extra even. Just don't kill me.
I shouldn't let a lowlife live if they can't even do a simple task. But I'm feeling generous today.
Thank you, sir. I mean, ma'am.
But you better start working. Otherwise, I'll turn you into a pile of ashes.
The Banshee disappeared in a flash, so I approached the scarecrow.
Who's there? I'll kill you.
I could tell he was powerful. He started shooting red orbs of energy at me, but I was able to dodge most of them. Or maybe it was his bad aim. I could tell he wasn't very good at killing, and I felt bad for him. Whoa, chill out, man. I'm a friend. I also work for the Banshee.
And that makes us competitors. And ain't nobody got time for that.
Look, I'll help you meet your quota for souls, if you team up with me.
You drive a hard bargain, and it seems you're getting the better end of the deal. But sure, we can team up. I've never been on a team before.
Well, I'm glad you are now. Let's get started. Together, we went to chop down some trees so I could make a crafting bench and a wooden pickaxe. Now for some stone. I started gathering cobblestone and made a full stone tool set, as well as a new stone scythe. Now killing is gonna be even easier. Now that we were more prepared, I told the scarecrow that we needed to do some mining in the nether.
Oh, I know where the nether portal is. Follow me.
We made it to the nether portal, and it was already lit and everything.
I'm gonna continue collecting souls while in there. You know how it is. Never stop working.
Okay, good luck. Meet back together tomorrow. We went in, and I immediately started collecting materials for my future base. I traveled through a few of the nether's different biomes, and gathered things like netherrack, blackstone, and crimson wood. With my newly acquired resources, I made my way back to the overworld on day 4. I need some materials for this build. I know! I made my way to a dark oak forest and began chipping away at the bark. This almost feels as good as collecting souls. Once I collected the sufficient amount of wood, it was time to build my spooky mansion base. This seems like such a great spot. I began with the outside, using polished blackstone to build the walls, as well as crimson wood to make the foundation. Eventually, what amassed was a horrifying yet beautiful home. Phew, all in a day's work. Hey, Scarecrow? Time for bed.
Wait, I want to tell scary stories before bed. Let's sit by the fireplace.
Oh, all right.
Let me tell you the story of how I became the scarecrow. I used to be a farmer. Spooky, right? Well, on my farm, I had a scarecrow to keep my crops safe. One night, I heard an unusual noise coming from outside.
What in the world was that noise? I better go investigate.
I grabbed my gun and I went out into the fields.
If anyone's out here, I suggest you leave, now.
The noise persisted, and I made my way closer until...
Ah, you dang scarecrow. You're useless. I could do a better job than you.
Your wish is my command.
The next day, the farmer woke up and...
Wow, super spooky. Well, I'm off to bed. Good night.
See ya.
What a long day.
Don't forget to wake up early.
Ah!
Good night.
Well, now I know why he's a scarecrow. I'll get him back later. For now, sleep. In the wee hours of the morning of day 5, I was tossing and turning in my sleep. No, you can't do that. I dreamt that innocent people were being attacked and their souls taken by evil creatures. Wait, those are the wrong souls. They did nothing wrong. I woke up in a panic. A feeling of empathy washed over me as I thought about those poor people in my dream. I realized I only wanted to take the bad souls from people who deserved to die. I decided to take a walk to clear my head. It was still somewhat dark as I walked. After a while, I was startled by the sound of screaming nearby. What was that? I went in the direction of the scream and found people being attacked by zombies and mad cows. Stop, zombies! I fought the zombies and killed them all. Next, I went after the mad cows and took them out with ease.
Oh, thank you. We thought we were goners.
No problem. Stay safe out there. The people left, and I looked at the meat I had gotten from the cows. Perfect timing. I was getting kinda hungry. I happily ate the raw meat, and after that, I grew to full size, and now I had 20 hearts. Not only that, but I gained a new scythe. This looks awesome! I wonder what it can do. I tested out the scythe, and it was able to teleport me wherever I was looking. It basically had the powers of an Enderman. However, I guess I used it wrong, and it teleported me to a pillager outpost. Whoa! I wasn't expecting that. The pillagers immediately started attacking me. I tried fighting back, but without a shield, I had no way to block the tons of arrows they were shooting. When I got up to the top of the outpost, the Banshee reappeared.
Look at you, so pathetic. You gained more strength and yet you're still losing.
She then killed all the pillagers at once and took their souls. Thank you. Now I have 147 souls.
You think that's a reason to celebrate? You don't impress me in the slightest. I even had to help you not to get killed a second time.
The Banshee flew away, and I started carefully making my way back home. On days 6 through 8, I explored more of the overworld to collect souls when I spotted something in the bottom of a valley. Ooh, a village! More souls to read. But as I approached the village and the fog began to clear up, it became apparent that this village was completely abandoned. Everyone's gone. What happened here? All my questions were quickly answered when some undead creatures showed up. Uh-oh. Skeletons. Wait, I'm a skeleton. Oh, these are strays. Using the ruined buildings as cover, I began to take out each of the strays one by one. Take that! Surprise! Haha! When the dust settled, I was the only one left standing. I had gained some arrows of slowness from my fallen enemies. If I want to make use of these, I better craft myself a bow. Let's just get some string from these cobwebs, some sticks, and voila! A bow! Seeing that there were no souls left to collect, I began to leave the village. I passed by a destroyed house that called to me. As I walked through the house and into the backyard, there was an old tombstone that was barely still intact. I wonder who's buried here. Buddy, why does that sound familiar? Then it hit me. Wait a second. That was the name of my old dog. Suddenly, I had another vision of when I was a kid and got a dog for the first time. You've been such a good boy, Bronzo. We got you a dog. I love it. I'm gonna name it Buddy. I've missed you so much, buddy. I would love to have you back. Something interesting began to happen. My love for Buddy brought him back to life. Buddy! Wait, you're a skeleton!
Bronzo!
I'm so glad you're back.
Same here. It wasn't fun being down there all this time.
From days 9 and 10, I brought Buddy back to the base. So what do you like to eat these days, boy?
I have this craving for zombie flesh.
So we set out to kill even more evil zombies to gather some of their flesh. We killed a bunch of zombies and got to feasting. Here you go, buddy. Aged to perfection.
Yummy!
While Buddy was busy chowing down, I got busy building a nice little home for him where he can rest. When that was finished, I had something on my mind that I wanted to talk to Buddy about. Hey, I'm glad you like your little doghouse, but I was hoping I could ask you something.
Sure, pal. What is it?
Well, I've been thinking about how you were part of my old life, you know, when I was alive.
Yeah!
Well, what was I like exactly?
Well, my memory's a little hazy, but I do remember you being quite the silly little boy.
Silly.
You were always trying to spook people for fun. One time, you nearly gave your grandmother a heart attack.
Really? I must have been pretty good at this then. Huh. I couldn't help but wonder why I turned into a reaper. What exactly did I do?
Hey, just checking in and seeing how that soul gathering is going. Got any recent scores?
Collecting souls. I had completely forgotten about that. I needed to quickly change the subject. Hey, buddy, wanna go mining, boy? Do ya? We need some nice armor to protect ourselves from weirdos, don't we, buddy?
Tick-tock, Reaper. The sand in the hourglass is running all the same.
Sorry, can't hear ya. Too far away. Bye. I set out with Buddy on days 11 through 13 to search for some caves. Buddy helped me look for iron and coal, and I would mine them up. We managed to gather enough coal and iron to make a full set of armor, tools, and an iron scythe. When we were done, we left the caves and decided to keep exploring. We soon came across a village where we heard a commotion. We went closer and saw two kids starting to fight. We stayed back and listened.
Ha! You got stupid glasses.
But I need them to see.
Shut up, loser. I should punch you again for that.
I had enough and decided to stop the bully. I walked up to him and shot him with an arrow of slowness. You leave that kid alone. If you don't, just the touch of my finger could make you vanish from this earth.
Ah! Stay away from me!
He ran as fast as he could while still being slowed, and I turned to the other kid.
Thanks, mister. I should go home now.
No problem. The kid ran off, and Buddy and I continued walking. We looked through the village some more and found a mother screaming.
My son! That man kidnapped my son! Someone please help!
That's when I noticed a pillager trying to run off with a little villager. Come back here! I ran up to them and used my scythe on the pillager, killing him in an instant. The scared little boy ran back to his mom once he was free.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Glad I could help. As we left, left, I could still hear the villagers talking excitedly about what I did. I'm kind of like a hero now in a way. I guess I'm a Super Reaper. On days 14 through 17, I decided to keep up my hero work. I continued walking happily, ready to help anyone I could find. I was so excited, I failed to notice the Banshee was watching me from a distance. I wonder who could use some saving today. Right then, a fox darted out in front of me.
Oh, please help me, stranger. I'm being chased by bears. They attacked me while I was eating and they're trying to kill me.
Hey, you! Come back here!
Not so fast, you stinky furball. Take this! Hey, what gives? Why are you laughing?
The Banshee said you'd be gullible, but I didn't expect you to be this dumb. Ha!
The Banshee? I can't believe you've done this!
The bear was only chasing me because I stole their food, you fool. Ha!
I'm the Lord of Death, and I will not be trifled with. Ah! I killed the fox in anger, but he deserved it. He was messing with me. I can't believe the Banshee would have set me up like this. I'll have to be more careful with my judgment next time. Maybe I shouldn't always be acting like a superhero. On days 18 through 21, I made it back to the base and decided it was time to do some more expanding. I started digging down and building out a basement underneath the base. Next, I finally built a bedroom for the Scarecrow.
Pretty cool, dude.
Thanks. I hope you like it. I left Scarecrow to settle into his new room, and I heard some strange noises coming from behind the base. I went back there to discover a large skeleton man with a coffin on his back.
Hello? Anybody here? I seek to make a trade.
Hello, sir. If you don't mind me asking, who are you? And what are you doing here?
I am known by many names, but you can call me the Undertaker.
Oh, okay. And again, what are you doing here?
I am a traveling salesman of sorts, and I have an item for you.
Okay, well, what is it?
It is a sword known as the Flesh Eater, and it is super cool.
Whoa, sweet. How much for it?
If you want this sweet sword, you will need to go on a mission to kill the Sea Hag. She has been taking all of my clients' souls, and I need to stop her. But alas, I cannot swim.
Who is your client?
The Drowned King, leader of the drowned.
Okay, I'll do it. With that, I left for the sea to find the Sea Hag. During days 22 through 25, I traveled to the ocean, and I made a new friend.
So that's how me boat got lost in the ocean.
Interesting. I thought about killing the pirate and taking their soul, but I decided against it.
Are you still listening?
Oh, yeah, I'm listening.
So you're gonna help me defeat this sea monster or what?
I'll do it, but only if you can take me to the Sea Hag.
It's a good thing I know where she be.
We set sail as the pirate took me to where he last saw the beast.
Should be around here. Good luck.
I dove beneath the water, and then I realized I can still breathe. Whoa! I don't need any special equipment to breathe underwater. I guess I am a skeleton. Just then, the Eater of the Depths showed up. There you are, you ugly beast. The sea creature was immense and powerful. With every bite he took at me, I could feel it. What the? I thought being the Grim Reaper made me invincible. But luckily, I was able to overpower him. Haha! I win! I always win. I'm Bronzo Death! I then swam back up, check on the pirate.
Alrighty, well, I am a man of my word. Let's go to the hag.
We then set off towards the Sea Hag. On days 26 through 29, I said my goodbyes with the pirate and sailed up to the Sea Hag's base. I ran into a group of freaky water creatures, and I had to fight them off. What are you, some kind of fish zombies? I overpowered those creatures, and the Sea Hag emerged. I charged in full force until I got closer and realized I recognized her. Wait, Grandma? I had a vision of my childhood.
Oh, Bronzo, you're such a sweet little boy. Here, have some freshly baked cookies.
Yay! Thanks, Mima!
Bronzo, is that you?
Mima? I can't believe it's you! I can't kill you!
Well, I would hope not. Who sent you here?
The Undertaker. He wants you to stop stealing souls from the Drowned King.
Oh, that Drowned King is always making a big fuss when he can't do his own job well. That guy is bad news, Bronzo. He's the one stealing all of my potential souls.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe just try to work something out with him?
I'll try, but I doubt it.
Well, it was good seeing you, Mimu. Love you.
Wait, before you you go. Take these. I made them just this morning.
Yay! Grandma's cookies!
Bye, Mommy.
Okay, thanks, Mooma. On days 30 through 33, I went mining for diamonds on my way home. Eventually, I found some and made myself a diamond tool set, including a diamond scythe. Fancy! Once I was finished with that, I made it back to the base and went to find the Undertaker. Hey, dude, I'm back.
Excellent. How did it go with the sea hag?
Well, I didn't kill her. Turns out she's my grandma.
Huh? What a coincidence. And a touching story nonetheless. I'm positively moved.
Great. Do I still get the flesh eater then?
No, but I've got this old thing lying around. You could have that instead.
The Undertaker handed me an electro bow and a stack of arrows. Well, it's better than nothing, I guess. The bow electrifies arrows, shocking my enemies. Actually, it's pretty dope. Is there something else I could do to get the flesh eater?
Well, I suppose you could kill the Spider Queen for me.
Sweet, I can do that.
Hopefully she's not your aunt or something.
Nah, well, I don't think so. With that, we set off to find the Spider Queen. From days 34 through 37, we stopped to gather some food before making our way to the Spider Queen's lair. Sorry, little chickens, we need your meat.
Come on. We don't have much time.
We then came across an abandoned village with an abnormally large amount of webs. She must have been here already. The Spider Queen wasn't the only one here. Her little minions began attacking me.
Look out!
Take me to your leader! Yeah! We fought through all the little spiders, and I was able to one-shot most of them. Whew, that was easy. We looked around and found an open cave mouth.
She must be down in here. Let's go.
On days 38 through 41, I entered the Spider Queen's chamber, and there were cobwebs everywhere. There were even some villagers wrapped up in cocoons. Just then, the Spider Queen emerged. Boy, are you ugly. You're not my aunt or something, are you?
What? Now!
Okay, good. I leapt into battle and swung at her with my diamond scythe, and she started summoning a bunch of spider minions that swarmed around us. I started fighting them off until the Undertaker spoke up.
If you only focus on the minions, you'll never kill the queen. You have to stop the spawning at the source.
I'll try, but there's so many of them. I fought my way through the spiders and reached the queen. A few more swings at her, and I was able to take her out. After killing her, all of her minions died with her.
Thank you for your help, your deathliness. Having her out of the way will be very helpful in my business. Here is your reward.
He tossed me the Flesh Eater sword and disappeared. Bye. I took the sword and used it to cut down all the villagers who were held captive. But as I was leaving the village, the Banshee appeared in front of me.
Hello there.
Oh, hey Banshee, what's up?
Oh, nothing much. Just wanted to say you're doing a great job so far.
Hey, thanks.
I am impressed with the number of souls you collected, despite being so selective.
Huh, thanks, I guess. With that, she flew off and I started traveling home. During days 42 to 45, I ventured back home. Boy, it's been a crazy adventure so far.
You don't say.
Ah! No. Good one.
I thought so myself.
You know what? I'll be back later. See you at home. I decided it was time to get back at him. I made my way into another cave and searched for some supplies. After mining a bit here and there, I found my way into a big cavern while slimes were spawning. Perfect. I need slime too. I fought off the slimes easily and collected a ton of slime. Gathered a bit more redstone and iron and left the cave. I went home and crafted a sticky piston, armor stand, slime block, and 2 tripwire hooks. It was time for revenge. Time for Operation Spooktraption. Next to the doors from inside the house, I got to work setting up the redstone and the armor stand, then placed a carved pumpkin for the head, and then carefully added the string. As I finished, I could hear the scarecrow whistling to himself outside.
Hey, buddy, when did you get back?
The trap was a success, and the Scarecrow jumped back in fear while I laughed. Take that! Now we're even. The Scarecrow finally realized what I did and laughed as well.
I guess I'm not the only scary one. Guess I've been defeated for now.
On days 46 through 49, I decided to start a farm with the seeds I had collected. This looks good. While I was admiring the work I had done, I started thinking, if I'm going to fight the King of the Drowned, I'm gonna need a trainer. But who can train me? I went to ask the Undertaker, but he refused.
I don't have the same dread powers as you. I wouldn't know where to start. But I do know someone who can teach you.
Really? Who?
There is a powerful beast who lives in the Nether. Seek him out, and he will be able to help you.
The Nether? Thanks, Undertaker. If I was going to survive a long stint in the Nether, I was going to need to suit up with some better armor. I took Buddy with me down into the caves to mine us some diamonds. Ooh, look at those sparkles. We did it, Buddy. We returned back to the surface, and I crafted myself a diamond armor set. Now, time to go to the Nether. On days 50 through 53, I returned to the Nether with my newly crafted armor set. As I was traversing the Nether, I came across a huge area of soul sand. Ugh, so slow. I sure hope nothing ambushes me right now. Whoop! Spoke too soon. Suddenly, a ghast rose up over a cliff, and I was only halfway through the soul sand patch. It started spitting fireballs at me. I'm hit. If I take another direct blast, I could be done for. I used some extra blocks I had mined to rise up out of the soul sand and run out quickly while dodging ghast bombs. Eventually, I made it through and was able to escape the range of the ghast. Phew, that was a close one. After that, I ended up in a crimson forest, and I was careful to avoid the toads along the way, at least until I could get healed from the last encounter. On days 54 through 57, I made it to a cave home in the Nether. This must be where my new trainer lives. He came out of his house and sized me up and down. Hello, sir. I am seeking a trainer, and I was told that you are the one who can teach me.
No.
No?
No, I will not train you.
But I've come all the way here.
Not my problem.
Is there nothing I can do to convince you? He thought for a moment and then responded.
Answer this question correctly, and I shall consider it.
Okay, what's the question?
What is the worth of a single soul?
The worth of a soul. What does that mean? I thought for a while and came up with my answer. A soul is worth sacrificing everything for.
Your answer is satisfactory.
Yes!
Your instruction will begin tomorrow.
Thank you. You won't regret this. Wait, how can you tell when it's morning in the Nether? He was already inside and didn't answer me. Hello? Okay. On days 58 through 61, I got up to begin my 3 days of intense training.
Okay, first, you're going to kill some pinkies.
Pinkies? They don't sound very tough. He showed me the pinkies, and they were creepy little demon creatures. I fought off a horde of them, and they were pretty tough, but I managed to kill them all off.
Good. Next, you must practice deflecting ghast attacks back at them.
You got it. I drew the attention of a ghast, so they would start shooting fireballs at me, and I started deflecting them back at them. At first, I missed a few, but then I got the hang of it, and I was deflecting them all back. Well, most of them. Actually, only a couple.
Excellent. Finally, you will learn about proper spacing. You need to keep your distance from your opponent in order to avoid being hit.
Okay, I ran into a group of piglins, and he showed me how to use my scythe to knock them back and build up block towers to get distance so they couldn't hit me.
This concludes your training. Good work. Here, take this as a reward for your hard work.
He gave me a molten scythe, which allowed me to set my enemies on fire and looked super cool. Awesome! Thank you for teaching me, sir.
One more thing before you go. If you're looking for souls, the piglin boss hoards most of them down here in this realm. If you kill him, you'd be doing the Nether a great service.
Maybe, but right now it's not the time. I have some important things to attend to, like making sure everyone watching this video has liked it, left a comment saying what mob they want to see me be next, as well as pushing that subscribe button and hitting that bell so they never miss a Bronzo video. With that, we said our goodbyes, and I headed back to the portal to the overworld. During days 62 through 65, I returned back to the overworld. But when I looked around, nothing was the same. What the heck? Is this another vision? I walked into my old home and saw my parents talking in the kitchen. Something was wrong.
We can't tell him.
You're right. It would shatter his world if he found out we were dying from this disease. What? They hid that from me? Suddenly, I was transported into another memory. The funeral. I remember this. Who is that next to me?
It's okay, my love. Things will get better with time.
My love? Did I have a wife? Who is she? Suddenly, I was back at the entrance to the portal. I must keep learning about myself as I collect more souls. It was time to pay the King of the Drowned a visit with my newfound strength. Days 66 through 70 began with me having to cross a desert. On the other side of it would be the ocean domain of the Drowned King. This reminds me of when I was a camel for 100 days. But boy, it sure is hot here. Thank Notch there's no thirst mechanic. As I passed through a field of cactus, one of them came to life and began attacking me. Ah, what the? It was a cactus tyrant. I had to fight back as he shot cactus spines at me and tried to give me prickly cactus hugs. No thanks, I don't want your spiky PDA. I defeated the cactus tyrant and finally made my way to the shore. Time to dive in. I jumped in the water and began to explore the warm ocean. As I looked for the Drowned King's base, I ran into a group of drowned at a shipwreck. I must be getting closer. I proceeded to kill the drowned and carried on with my search until I could see something in the distance. I entered an underwater dome that had an air pocket for days 71 to 74. Well. So you're the one who has been stealing all these souls.
That's right. The strong take from the weak. That's how it has always been, and that is how it shall remain.
Nuh-uh. The water elemental threw a trident at me and used his bubble powers. He fought me with both projectiles, making it difficult to dodge his attacks. I moved as fast as I could to avoid getting hit, but it was no use.
All the souls you collect will be mine once you fall.
No, I won't let you take them. I was able to hit him quite a few times from a distance with my flesh eater. However, my molten scythe was gonna do nothing to him since we were surrounded by water. And as the battle progressed, that's when he started absolutely wailing on me. Ugh, I won't give up. I kept on fighting and managed to get enough hits to take down the awful king. Ha! Looks like the only souls being taken today are yours. I got back to the base on days 75 through 78, ready to celebrate my victory. The Scarecrow and Buddy greeted me when I returned and congratulated me.
That's great news.
Good job, Bronzo.
The three of us then decided to add some more extensions to the base. With the Scarecrow and Buddy's help, we made a dining area downstairs. We were all feeling happy, but then the Banshee appeared.
I see you're as worthless as ever, Scarecrow. Here you are, doing pointless things and not gathering a single soul for me. I'm sending you to the void for this.
Wait, don't do that! I'll help him gather more souls if you spare him.
Very well, but you better make it fast.
The Banshee disappeared, and we all sighed in relief.
Ooh, that was close.
Yeah, come on. We better hurry before she gets back. We left to gather more souls. I took the souls of several zombies, but noticed that the Scarecrow still hadn't gotten any. He was just standing there. Hey man, what's wrong?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid to take a life, especially after what happened last time.
Oh, I see. I thought for a moment before making a decision. I walked up and gave some of my souls to the Scarecrow. My soul meter went down as he looked shocked at me.
What? Why would you do that for me, Bronzo?
Because you're my friend, and that's what friends are for, right?
I guess so. Thanks, friend.
As we were talking, the Banshee appeared again in front of us.
You have quite a few souls now. Good. You're saved from the void this time.
She vanished, and we finally got to rest back at the base. Days 79 through 82 started with me having another vision. I saw my past self with my wife again. I really got you that one time, Mercedes.
You and your jump scares.
Oh, we look so happy. But what happened to her? I wonder if she's okay. The vision changed, and I noticed my wife was coughing badly. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Don't worry, sweetie.
The vision fast-forwarded to her being bedridden. Be honest, Doc. How does it look?
I'm sorry to tell you this, but she doesn't have much longer to live. There are treatments we can give her, but they'll cost you a pretty penny.
But we don't have that kind of money.
I understand, but sadly, there's nothing we can do otherwise. I'll leave you two alone now to talk.
The doctor left, and I could see my past self looking defeated. The defeat quickly changed to determination, though. No, I'll find a way to get that money. She's too important. My past self took out his phone and started contacting friends to help him steal money, seeing as he needed it so quickly. That's where the vision ended, and I was back in my room again. The new vision left me with even more questions. But what happened? Did I make it on time? Is she still alive? As I thought of everything that could have happened, I drifted off to sleep once more. On days 83 through 86, I went in search of more souls. After walking for a bit, I found a nearby cave that was said to be active with zombies. Upon entering, I was immediately charged by the zombies. Luckily, they were slow. I began striking them down, one after another. This is a walk in the park. Under the dying breath of one of the fallen zombies, it whispered to me,
Bronzo!
Huh? How did he know my name? At a sudden realization, this cave began to feel more and more familiar. It couldn't be. These were my friends. Suddenly, the Banshee appeared from behind me.
I see you've been busy. Have you finally recognized where you are? This place is the very reason you are the way that you are.
Huh? I did this to all of them? Did you orchestrate all of this? This was all your doing. Before I could finish, she had already disappeared. At the beginning of days 87 to 90, I started off with another vision. My friends and I had gathered together in a search of a way to gain more money. We had found a heap of treasure deep inside of a cave. It was filled to the brim with gems, armor, and golden apples. Altogether, we took a bite of what we'd soon realize would be the death of us. One by one, my friends began dropping to the floor. I started to feel woozy. The world around me spun as if I was set on a carousel. Ugh, no, not now. This can't be where it ends. Stumbling out of the cave, I hobbled home as fast as I could. I can make it. Only a couple more steps. Before I knew it, I was on the ground. I screamed for my wife, but my words were inaudible. I could see her from the window directly outside of our house. In my time of desperation, the Banshee appeared.
Oh, you poor soul. It seems that your time is only dwindling down to mere seconds. Do you have any last words?
Please, I can't end like this. Let my wife live. I'll do anything.
Anything, you say?
I'll make a deal with you. Take my life for all of eternity and extend hers.
We have a deal. However, you must collect 1,000 souls for me. If you fail to do so, then the deal is off.
Fine. Days 91 through 93 left me with a wave of emotions. Now that I finally knew the truth, I was confused. And just as I was contemplating what to do, the Banshee appeared again.
So you figured it out. Finally. Good.
Why couldn't you have told me all of this? If I'd known from the start, then I could have saved so much time.
Was that part of our deal? No, it wasn't. It was your job to remember. Again, not mine to tell you.
Ugh, whatever. I just want to see my wife again. Tell me where she is.
Oh, no. You aren't allowed to do that yet. Not until you've gotten me the last souls you promised.
Oh yeah? What's stopping me from just finding her myself?
Have you forgotten what power I hold? I'm the one who extended her life. I can take it away just as easily and send you to the void on top of that. If you want to avoid that, then get me those souls.
Fine, I'll do it. I went off angrily and gathered souls from various creatures in a hurry. I took on imps, mummies, man, those guys were gross, and some sectoid workers, to name a few. After a long and exhausting day of collecting souls, I realized I was still a few hundred off. Seriously, all that work and I'm still not even close. Luckily, I remembered the piglin boss I heard about and decided to head back to the Nether. I made my way through the Nether on days 94 through 96. As I went, I gathered more souls and killed any red Nether sporelings I came across. After searching and killing for a while, I finally stopped and asked the last living sporeling in front of me for directions. You, Spore, can you tell me where the piglin boss is?
Oh, it's up ahead in the Bastion Remnant with the gold wall. It's pretty big, you can't miss it.
Thanks, bye now. Haha, loser. I followed the directions from the sporeling and made it to a large bastion with a huge gold wall built into it. Yep, this definitely looks like the place. I walked inside and found the Undertaker talking to the piglin boss.
You think I'm stupid? I know what you're doing. You can't dethrone the king of the Nether.
We charged forward at the piglin boss, but I dodged his attacks. Get him! The fight was difficult. The piglin boss actually had Enderman powers, as well as a powerful punch. But ultimately, he was no match for me and the Undertaker. We had won our battle with the king of the Nether.
Good job, Bronzo. You came at the perfect time. I would have died again if you hadn't.
No problem. I'm glad I got here on time. With the piglin boss defeated, I had gained a lot more souls. I'm only one away now. It was then that I became very curious about something I had noticed. Oh, hey, out of curiosity, who are you carrying in that coffin?
Oh, this? Very ironic, actually. Check it out.
I jumped as a body fell out and landed with a thump. What the? That's me! I was dumbfounded as the Undertaker put my body back.
I know, pretty crazy, right? Well, I'm off to bury you in peace. Good luck out there.
Okay. I'll see you later, Undertaker. Thanks for the help. Thoroughly creeped out, I made my way back to the Nether portal once again. On days 97 through 98, I had finally arrived back at the Overworld. It was almost over, and I was more than excited to be done with it all. While I was still at the portal, the Scarecrow frantically approached me.
Bronzo, I need more souls, please. I'm at the end of my rope.
I'm sorry, Scarecrow. I'm so close to gathering all the souls I need. I just need one more. In the midst of our conversation, the Banshee flew in.
It is time, Scarecrow. Present the souls you promised me.
I don't have them.
Then this will be the end of you.
Wait, there has to be another way. Black flames surrounded the Scarecrow, and his pumpkin head began to fade away, showing his true face. He had turned back into his original self, and the flames around him disappeared.
I'm me again.
Begone! I never want to see you again!
The Banshee had lifted Scarecrow's curse and made the farmer vanish, but it all came at a price. The Banshee turned to me with a grin spread wide across her face. Thank you for showing him mercy.
At the cost of this good deed, you must bring me 500 souls, or I'll never live the same again.
The Banshee had flown off, and I was frozen in place, shocked by the amount that was demanded. I was already so close to my goal, but now it's so far away. How am I supposed to get 500 souls within the next 2 days? What do I do? It was already day 99, and all I could do was think of how I could get a hold of all of those souls within 1 day. This is madness! How am I supposed to gather that many souls in just a single day? Just then, I saw another vision. I was back with my parents during the time I had hurt myself while playing outside. Ouch!
What happened, honey?
Everything okay? I was running and I tripped. It hurts real bad. Don't worry, son. Falling down is half the battle.
Getting up is the hardest part.
You'll figure it out. You always do. Always do. The vision had ended, and I had come back to reality with a new course of action. That's it. I have a plan. Thanks, Dad. Day 100 finally came. I decided to sit in a nice open field and wait for my time to run out. And right on cue, the Banshee returned.
Your time is running out, Bronzo.
I'm still missing a bunch of souls. I'd need someone or something worth thousands of them if I plan to make it.
You better get to it then. What are you waiting for, you imbecile?
Actually, my answer is right in front of me. I stood and took out my scythe. The Banshee seemed amused by this.
You're mad. Do you really think you can kill me? Well, bring it on, bonehead.
I focused every bit of my anger and frustration I had into fighting the Banshee. She repeatedly swooped towards me, slashing at me, and flying up when I tried to hit her.
Oh, you'll have to do better than that.
Flames shot from her hands as I was dodging. She started to spit poison at me. Ugh, gross! Take that! I shot her with my electric arrows and wither skulls and finally got a hit. She screamed and continued her attacks, but the projectiles were too much for her.
No! You can't take my souls! You can't!
Was that part of our deal? No, it wasn't. With one final shot, the Banshee died and disappeared for the last time. I did it! It's finally over! Bronzo! A portal suddenly appeared where the Banshee perished. Is this my way back? I stepped through and appeared inside the hospital I had taken my wife to before. An old woman sitting up in her bed turned to look at me. It was my wife, but she was an old woman now. I felt strange and found that I had transformed into what I had looked like in my old human form.
Bronzo? Is that you?
Yep, it's me.
You still look so young. I'm sorry I'm so old now.
It isn't your fault. I'm sorry I kept you waiting forever, but now we can finally be together again.
I'm ready.
I took out my scythe and released her soul. She appeared before me as a ghost of her younger self. We can finally spend the rest of eternity together.